So I'm currently watching Grimm's Dragon Slayer episode while doing agility and alching. I don't know how to get magic XP up high besides alching. And in order to alch, I would need to deviate for rune arrows with LMS, which might be useful because I like LMS. I still feel like it's a deviation, but at the same time, it's really not a deviation on this type of account because you do need points for a looting bag, and it saves you time if you can kill people quickly, which I think is great. I like knowing that I'm progressing my account by killing people on an Iron Man, which is pretty fun. But I'm wondering if I should do Lunar Diplomacy to get Lunars, because maybe there's something in the Lunar spellbook that'll help me get Magic XP faster, but I don't really think there is besides Magic Imbue at 86. Like the old days in 2016 where people would cast Magic Imbue in between skills and agility, and now nobody does it once Barrage Slayer came out, which I think is fucking so funny. I like the Imbue days. I imbued while doing mining. Actually, no, Imbue became not worth doing midway through me doing 99 mining at Granite, which you will see on this account. I'll be doing a ton of Granite. On the topic of top pages, I saw a lot of open slots, especially for Ultimate Iron Man, and things like mining, smithing, with the highest rank 25, the lowest rank on the top page, the lowest top rank being, like 20 mil or so, which really isn't even that bad. And I would love to have, a place on the high scores, but I want a permanent spot on there. So I do want to max the account first. So I don't think I'm going to be just doing one skill for the most part. So I need to determine how to get my magic level up so I can do a lot more in this game, because 66 is pretty low for where my account's at. I need at least 72 or 77, I forget, in order to do expert reanimation, which will get me prayer XP. So the magic is sort of the limiting factor here, because the prayer is limited and then the herb lore is limited by doing slayer, but then I get benefit from doing more prayer. There's really not too much benefit of having high prayer except for diaries and piety for one tick flicking. But it's, I feel like I'm getting bottlenecked a little bit by quests right now. So I think getting 200 quest points for that last block slot besides Lumbridge Elite will be really beneficial. So I think I might do Lunar Diplomacy or something else, or just a bunch of random quests. Who knows? I thought, this course right here, and I'm going to look back on this video a while from now, and this is going to be my thinking spot. When I don't know what to do, I'm going to be doing laps, and I just happen to have stuff to alch, which is fun. And yes, it is worth alching blood runes if you craft your own runes, because they alch for 240, which is more than they sell to the store for, which is pretty cool. That could be something I do, is craft blood runes and then just start alching them for magic XP. But not entirely sure, because I technically got 12k nats 0 time. But if I do the math and do 12,000 times 65 XP, it's really not that much. I don't even think I would like 1 mil. I would get to 1 mil with it. So I could also finish off 99 rune crafting in order to prevent that. But in order to do that, I need to do Morning Zen Part 2 for death runes. So overall goal is to get to Prifindus. I'm just deciding how to get there, because the main thing is getting 70 herb. So how am I going to get to 70 herb? I got 2 ways to do that. I can keep pursuing Slayer while doing farm runs. I ran out of run energy? Really? Damn. I can keep pursuing Slayer while doing farm runs, or I can do 99 thieving in its entirety, or like 98 or something, or no, I think 99 because of the cape, and then do master farmers with seeds. I could do that. I'm very scared to death bank while doing thieving, because I die at thieving so often it's disturbing. So those are my options right now. Right now I'm just thinking of what to do. I also want to have something be able to AFK while I'm working during the day, like Nightmare Zone. I was doing Nightmare Zone for the first time today, which was absolutely amazing. Just not even having to play the game and getting melee stats. I'm going to leave it at 70 defense since I'll be flicking, and then just get these to like 80 maybe 80 attack, 90 strength, keep it at 70 defense, just to get as much damage out as possible during the tasks. And then maybe by that point I'll have 85 Slayer for the whip, so I can use shared and start ripping stuff like that. So maybe I'll just upload this part as a ramble, because I kind of want to keep talking about the account in general and how fun it is to play single player in this game. So I've been sort of deciding what to do next for the most part. Part of me wants to get really high hunter so I can get like upgrades like Dragonstone, and then eventually turn it into a glory. And then I also want to get really high crafting so I can do the same idea with that. But it's hard deciding what to do when I have all these items, and I can death bank and switch to that. But then what do I do during the workday? You know, if I'm working from home, sometimes I drive around the city, but it's hard to decide what to do as a long-term thing. Overall, I know that Prif is like the end goal, where I can finally play the game once you reach Prif. And to get there, I need 70 mining, 70 herb, 70 hunter. I think that's it for me. And then, 70 farming, but I can just tithe farm. That shit is so quick. I might do a video testing out if the herb boxes work at all, or if they're good in any way. So let me just confirm that the desktop audio is working. Okay, it's working. So yeah. Oh shit, that could have been bad. Could have lost the ancient blessing, guys. If you watch the fire cape video, you'll know ancient blessing is pivotal. I got it earlier in the episode and then used it at the fight caves. I did have a unholy blessing in my POH, but I don't know. I like keeping this type of thing going on. So hoping to get 90 so I can go to Artie. My God, Artie course is the best thing. But at the same time, guys, this is what I'm also thinking about. And I sort of think in a scattered, chaotic way, but act in a lawful way. It's this, do I do Sepulcher to 99? Because I've never done it. And then I have to get Sins of the Father, which will also unlock blood runes at the True Blood altar at Guardians of the Rift. So then I can fully take advantage of Guardians of the Rift at 85, having the large or the giant pouch, whatever it's called, colossal pouch, I think. I've never used it before, ever. I'll have the colossal pouch and have the quests all ready to go with that. So I think what I have to do is gear towards completing difficult quests by any means necessary. Sorry about this. God damn it. Salutar Diplomacy has been here the whole time. Didn't even realize. I think that's what I'm going to have to do, is just cater towards what can I do to do this quest next. I'm wondering if I can do Dragon Slayer 2, or even if I have to do Dragon Slayer 2 before maxing. I don't even know if I have to, because then I have to get like Rune Crossbow and stuff like that for the most part. Slay stars, it's gay stars, that's funny. So I'm trying to determine how to not deviate, because I really like the feeling of doing something along the way and then using that to complete a goal faster. An example of that would be doing the fire cape with Void, right? So Void isn't really that good, right? But I'm getting it along the way in order to chin, if that makes any sense. So I get red chins, full Void. So full Void needs to happen no matter what. And if you check the EHP rates for ranged, most of it is actually doing pest control for full Void as part of the efficient way up there. So using Void ranged at the fire cape is just like, it's perfect. And then guess what my main weapon was? Main weapon's a crystal bow. Where do you get a crystal bow? From doing the main quest line for the Elf City to get to Prif. So it's just all this one cohesive idea that I don't think I can do agility in full prostelite, by the way. I think I'm running low. But it's as simple as teleporting to house, which is in Fremenic place. And it's nice to just teleport to the house and come here. But that's sort of where I'm at right now. It's just got a bunch of low stats that I want to get up, but I don't think it's best to train them as though they're a limiting factor. So like not zero timing them like Hunter for the most part, and Magic for the most part. But I really need to find a way how to get this up in like an efficient way. I mean, I really think alking is like the only, like alking and doing this is like the only good way to get it up. Yeah, that's where the account's at right now. Trying to get Black Mask as well. It's just a lot of goals to go through. At the same time, I want to just stick to one skill and kind of power it up because that's just kind of my play style. But at the same time, I like running around and being proactive and playing and doing a bunch of stuff like quests and in between crap, like getting a fire cape, and I don't like doing that. But you know, a bunch of in between stuff rather than sort of just AFKing one skill. Or you log in, do the same skill, log out, which is one of my favorite things to do. Even though the way I described it is pretty. Seems like it's very monotonous. I like logging in and just doing one skill. It's like that's what I do, and then I can like AFK while working or something like that, or not. So really trying to determine what's next because there's so many good options on what's next, but I'm not entirely sure. So if I go the Slayer route and I'm like, okay, I want to get Slayer, I want to get a Black Mask, let's do it. I would need to get quests done because you guys know the block list and stuff like that. So I can either do that. It's either questing or it's sticking with one skill at a time for the most part. Like, so if I were to do the questing route, I would do Lunar Diplomacy, NMZ during the day, and a bunch of stuff like that. At the same time, I'm 10 marks of grace away from getting full recolored graceful, so that'll clear up a slot. I'm keeping this crystal on me for if I decide to go back to do Morning's End and other Morning's End part 1 and 2, but I need to ensure that I have an empty inventory, and as you can see, it's pretty cluttered right now. I've got some alking stuff like bloods and this. I can drop this, and sold heads, pretty useless. But that's pretty much where I'm at. As far as the looting bag, it's really just herbs and logs and stuff like that. We can show right here. It's really just, you know, different herbs, and I accidentally put the Dorgashun crossbow in there. And then a bunch of low-level herbs in there just because I started to pick them up, because why not? But I haven't been doing farm runs. I haven't been doing birdhouse runs at all. Mainly just because of inventory space. So that's really what I need to decide on, is to do more quests or to get Hunter up really high or to get crafting up really high. But overall, oh, is this a bot? Let's look him up. 46,000 Vorkath. Okay. This guy is 53 strength, 50. His name is Vorkath Kill with 1 L. He's 46,000. There's no fucking. He might not be a bot. That is insane. I don't know if I can drag that over. His name's Vorkath Kill. I don't think a Vorkath bot would name himself that. I think it's somebody's alt who's like psycho, because we're on like the sicko player world, which is one of my alt names in some other games, but we're on like the high risk, low ping East Coast USA world. So that's probably someone just going incredibly hard on a Vorkath alt. He's 152 mil ranged XP and fucking 55 mil hit points. I'm wondering why he doesn't get defense to 99 and why he doesn't get prayer to 99. That's very weird. Anyways, that was a deviation. I don't know, man. I think I'm going to try and clear my inventory as much as possible and then just do quests or something like that. I think that'll be the most fun. Yeah. So thanks for joining me on my ramble that I thought was just going to be part of the progress video, episode 10. We're at 10 already. Oh my God. Disgusting. So glad I did fishing and all that crap. Anyways, I'm a fucking scatterbrain weirdo, so that's what's up with the account right now. Figuring out what to do versus what's a good idea, because there are a lot of good ideas right now. Now that Fire Cape is done, I feel like Plankton, where I'm at this I didn't think I'd get this far. You know, he says that, except louder. Where I got the Fire Cave, I'm like, oh shit. Like, if you look at my list, let me bring this up. Can I bring this up? I don't know. Let me try display capture. This is going to be scuffed. This is Hex's Discord. I posted the guy's name that we saw earlier. So this was my notepad right here. Let's go over this. Let's full screen it. How about that? You guys are really going to have to strain your eyes. If you don't want to, I'll just read it out loud for you. So this is my list. You might as well just look at the game you're playing right now instead of watching on screen, unless you want to read the list with me. So the opening build for Swiid was 100 quest point rush because of fairy rings and many benefits. And then I immediately did Winter Tot until 46 construction. I think I did Witch's House before that. Yeah, and a bunch of other quests as part of the 100 quest points. So a little bit of a mess up on there with the HP not being 10 doing Winter Tot, but it wasn't that big of a deal. It was still fucking annoying as hell. So then I got 46 con to construction to store my items in my POH, which is really important to me. So then I got the rogue outfit and am able to store it in the POH. Then I was doing blackjacking for money. I got 77 to afford feathers to do 99 fishing. Then I did graceful in between that. Then I did 99 fishing, obviously. Then I finished off fire making all the way through with plus 70 construction is what I was supposed to end at. I think I ended at like 68 because I gave up doing solos at I think at like 97. And I gave up doing solo Winter Tot. I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna like do this the fucking brain dead way. It'll be more fun. And then I originally planned on doing 99 thieving with blackjacking and scepter at 91. I don't think that would have been that good of an idea, just because I don't know why it wouldn't have been a good idea. I just felt like doing other shit. I think that's the point where I realized I want to play the account proactively instead of doing skills one at a time, because I love thieving. I think thieving is probably my favorite skill, just the uniqueness. There are a lot of skills that I like, but the main three guys are fishing, agility, and thieving. I don't know. And prayer. Fishing, agility, thieving, prayer. If I die tomorrow, just know that those are the skills that I liked. And it's fun to train them. And then rune crafting on a main. It's fun to do it on this account too. But really, like, I think prayer might be my favorite. Just because you'd like one tick the bones on the fucking altar. That shit is really fun. It's similar to one tick Karambans, which I've recently found. As you guys know, I did that to 70 for the what's it called, for RFD and Monkey Madness 2-in-1. And then a huge benefit of doing blood runes is that I got the 66 crafting and the 66 mining. I know it's 67 because I think I did something. They should have been the same. That's why they're similar level, because I think I quested them to that level. And then I think I had to I actually forget what I did. I definitely did something. It wasn't like training mining, but that meteor in on Zaya when I was doing Sandcrafts. You remember that in the episode? It's the clip that gets really loud. I forget which episode that's in. I'm like, the meteor all to myself. Yeah, I was just doing that during work, so that's why there's a bit of a increase there. Anyways, so we were at 99 thieving, blackjack. That wouldn't have been that bad of an idea to do early. I do like having higher HP while doing that, though. Just a thing for me. AFK splash, that's something that someone suggested to me That's what I started doing, I believe, because the magic level was just so low. Because it's still low. Because I don't know. it's like hard to train that like 0 time. It's hard to train it at low levels. Like usually you're just supposed to like alch or 0 time it, which is what I'm supposed to be doing right now. See, this is probably why I don't have a high magic level. And then quest for 40 farming, like Tranquility and a bunch of other farming quests. And then I did the Tithe farm for the seed box and also got 0 times 65 for Hespori Death Bank. That was a great suggestion by Trade Parade. He's a very high ranked UIM who has 2 very high ranked UIMs over, I think his alt has like 2k EHP and then his main's like 4 something, probably way more than that. But he's very good and knows his shit. Everyone's telling me to do Prif, so that's sort of where I'm going right now. So then I got Tithe, Seed Box, 65 Farm, Hespori Storage, Guardians of the Rift for 77. We all know why. Fremennik Isles, Wanted, Big Chompy Bird Hunting, Tourist Trap, RFD Mini Quest, Defender, XDDD, Slayer to 30. This was for Slug Menace, I think. Obviously. Slug Menace for Proselyte. Slayer 42 for Zogre Flesh. Do Zogre Flesh. Ghosts Ahoy, as you saw in the last episode. Spirits of the Illid for Prayer XP. You need 47 Prayer for Cabin Fever. And then Rum Deal. Get the Void. I don't know why I stopped there, but I got the Void. Did Regicide for the Crystal Bow. I thought Regicide gave you the Crystal Bow, by the way, but Roving Elves does. Roving Elves, Crystal Bow, 70 ranged, Fire Cape. And then I wrote out some other goals, guys. So I wrote here on the side, you can see Green Graceful, 50 Slayer for, I forget what 50 Slayer's for, some other quest. Pretty sure there's a quest, a vampire quest. Yeah, I think that's for that crap. Then do Sepulcher. I'm revisiting, as described before, revisiting the idea of 99 Thieving right now, which would be a pretty good option. Give me a second. I'm just going to put this armor away. This is so whack. This resizing. It looks fucking horrible. It's kind of cool, actually. All the icons look really cool. Like I was looking at these earlier today. But I'll show you guys. This is like the inside scoop on a Ramble. It's not like an edited thing. If you guys like stuff like this, press the like button, because that means I should do more stuff like this. And then I just run out here, and then I'm back. Yeah. So that was the plan. Maybe Sepulcher. I've never done Sepulcher. I'm like such a rooftop guy. I think Sepulcher's, like everyone says it's really fun and stuff. And I've done like, I don't think I've even gotten to floor 5 just until I get bored. It's like really fun and it's a cool part of the game. But the fact that it's like 110,000 agility XP, bro. Like, do you realize how fucked up that is? Dude, the max rate was 61.7 or 62.7 on Artie Roof's perfect tick with Imbue. Obviously, because it's 0 time. But the fact that it's like, correct me if I'm wrong, it's like over 100k XP if you do it perfectly, which people do it perfectly. That's what people don't realize. That's what game creators don't realize. They're like, oh yeah, it's really hard, so it's really hard to do, so no one will do it. It's like, dude, like there are people, like people don't realize agility was the slowest skill. Actually, it is now the slowest skill to 99 besides Slayer, or to 200 mil besides Slayer. But I don't even think Slayer is that slow anymore. But now it's evenly paced because runecrafting is like 210 on a main. This is all mainscape, by the way. Agility doesn't matter if you're a main or not, but that's pretty wacko considering it used to be 60k an hour and now it's like that much. So that's something I'm thinking about doing. Apparently it's really good to do on this type of account. Black Graceful looks fucking sick as well. I really want that. That would make me look cool. And I would also feel like a really good skiller if I were to do Sepulcher because I've never done it. Okay. So then I could do that. Or I could do 99 Thieving with blackjacking, pickpocketing, stuff like that. Then get seeds at 99. The only thing with that is it's post 99 XP, and I want to max really quick. So that's another deviation, guys. You know what I mean? Everything's just a deviation, it seems. So that's something I'm feeling with Slayer. Sorry if you hear an ambulance in the background. I live on a fucking main road in a city here. But 70 herb lore is the main goal right now. I guess I've probably said like that's the main goal right now, like a million times, and it's all been different things. Gay Stars is back from his cigarette break, so we're cranking it on the rooftops. But yeah, I'm really deciding what to do right now. So I'm sort of just playing aimlessly in a way, which is okay as long as you're getting somewhere. It's about the journey, and it's not that I want to get somewhere quicker. I just want to get going sooner, if that makes any sense. So just determining what to do right now, and this is my thinking circle that I run around until I decide what to do. Nightmare Zone's been really good for AFK during the day. I just want to have that balance where I'm AFKing during the day while working. And when I mean AFKing, I mean like I don't want to play, because that like slows real life down, So looking to do something like Nightmare Zone, or like something really, really AFK. AFKing range was what I was doing for the most part. I was doing pest control when I was done working, and then I would do sand crabs when I was working AFK during the day. I was at 46 range before this, and I was at 70, and then got 71 in the caves. I got the fucking fire cape, dude. That is so exciting. Oh my god. Wondering if I should keep hold of this Tome of Fire. It's pretty useful for the most part. It's just like having fire runes, except it's unequipable. So I guess it saves you a slot technically, because I can just hold an air. I essentially hold an air and Tome of Fire to have air and fire runes, and then just keep laws, earths, and natures in there, because the natures are pretty useful. So I can teleport anywhere except for water rune locations, which is Falador and Artie. Yeah, I just happen to have water runes on me because I was trying to enchant this by buying water runes from Ali Morrisane, but he was overstocked on that for whatever reason. I don't know who the fuck's selling water runes to someone, so I bought a pack and it was 100. So that's why I have that. You can drop both of those. Yeah, so I don't know. It's hard to find motivation to do quests sometimes, especially after I feel like I'm like on vacation already mentally, because I already got the fire cape. It's all the stress. Yeah, I don't think you guys understand. Like, I hate PVM. I hate PVM so much in any game ever. In any game ever. If you guys have ever played like a PvPvE game where it's like people are trying to kill a boss and you're trying to kill the boss or kill them, you know what I mean? It's like one of those things, and I love just killing them. Like in Deadman mode, I was like, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna skill and I'm gonna kill, you know what I mean? That's what I like doing, and that's my favorite part about that game mode. It's just that I don't want to play on two accounts at once. That's the main thing. That's why I created this account. That's why I opened on Deadman mode playing it. But I was playing on my main on there a little bit. It's just you have to put in so much time, and it's temporary. It's like Rust, where it's like Rust is like one of the best games ever, right? But like it's like if you die, you're dying to someone who was fucking, you know what I mean? Like on there for like 10 hours a day, you know, crap like that. Like full hard mode going 10 hours a day and stuff like that. So it just feels like I just got like out losered rather than out skilled, if that makes any sense. So that's what I like about, you know, short term like esport games, that you can just fight each other and then the match is over. Or you can get on like RuneScape, you can get on, play the game, and then just fucking log off whenever you want. It's probably why I hate fight caves so much, because I mean you can log out, but it's like you're in the middle of a thing. So as far as PVMing on this account, I think I'll certainly do it after max. I think that'll be a lot of fun. just sort of entering that world. The only PVM I've ever done is like Vorkath on an alt. I would do like 2 Vorkath alts at once while doing like Rune 2H on the main, which is really intense and really fun, but it's not really PVM, right? And then I tried Corrupted Gauntlet. I couldn't like prep the right way. I know all the boss mechanics and shit, but ironically I couldn't like skill fast enough to get to a point where I can kill it. And so I'm like a very like imbalanced player where like I one tick flick and do everything like that. The movements are all right, but as far as like preparation and like what like gear and like stats, I just do not fucking give a shit about that stuff. Like I don't care. Like, oh, what's better, Fang or Dragon Hunter Lance or Rune Dragons? It's just like, dude, like whatever's fucking cheaper. That's all I care about. So it's hard for me to like become interested in, in the in-depth like numerical bullshit part of it. And it feels like, I don't know. It's like, for me, it's either intense PvP, like strategy, FPS, or like MOBA stuff, even in old school, or it's like chilling out like I am right now and like just doing whatever. But PvE is like that mid-tier thing that I just don't enjoy, and I think it's because it's like in the middle. It's like, okay, it's like kind of intense and but you're still like playing by yourself, but it's like intense, but it doesn't matter because no one else is there with you because you're fighting a fucking NPC. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's just like, you already know the best way to do it and you just have to do the best way to do it rather than having to dynamically react and adapt to what the best way to do it is, like in a PvP game, or how to win or anything like that. So I don't know. That's probably why it doesn't interest me. That's about it, I think. I could probably talk forever. It's kind of scary. But yeah, that's where I'm at with the account. Maybe we can talk about real life. Who knows? Real life, I'm in the process of buying my first house, which is great. This is mainly for me to watch back at the video and just get an idea of what was going on in 2023 in 2023. Got training tomorrow for Qualsys. You guys don't know what that is. I know what that is. It's like a fucking burglar system that I sell, and yeah, so that's a nice benchmark if I ever watch this video back in like 5 years or 10 years or something like that. This is where it's fucking great, dude. Playing Swiid and trying to figure out what I want to do besides my job and this. So yeah, because I'm like, oh, should I keep doing like heavy metal music, and I like doing that, and people really like the songs we do, but I don't know, like it's very uphill. So, or like voiceover, it's like, oh, like should I even put in the time after having a super stressful day already, dealing with a bunch of stuff at like a real job, and then trying to create your own at the same time, and then trying to, is this guy UIM? I bet he is. Oh, he's probably Iron Man. Yeah, nice. Let me guess. I'm going to click on hardcore. I bet he's all level 1s and like fucking 3 woodcutting. What did I fucking say, dude? When you click on the hardcore, they're all like this level. They all like died at like, I don't even know, like died at Winter Tot. All these like high level Iron Man I see, like they started out as a hardcore because why not? And then it's like they all level 1s, and then like woodcutting is like, woodcutting and firebreaking is up. I don't know why. That's just so funny. He didn't die at Winter Tot though, so it must have been thieving, or yeah, it must have been thieving. He must have just not cared. That's hilarious. I love that shit. Yeah, let me switch back to small mode. There we go. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Swiid Ramble number 2. It's only number 2. Last one was when I was doing fishing. just about stuff and benchmarking, so I can refer back to this to see where I was at in real life, where I was at in the account, what was going through my head. Everything's going really well. So I'm just trying to determine what to do next on the account and what I want to do creatively. If I want to actually make videos, because I don't know. I'm not really passionate about RuneScape, to be honest. It's like very exciting and interesting to me, but it's like such a fucking boring game that like I feel like making videos is so hard to do. You literally have to make like a fucking retarded account just to like make it interesting, bro. This game is so boring to normal people. Like it's just kind of funny. Meanwhile, like Rust YouTubers never show their face and never add any sort of personality to anything. It's just them playing the game, and it's so interesting. Like, anyways, guys, trying to think of what to do in the account and in real life. So, thanks for watching. I'm out of here.